I wanted to make also a connection between the animals and the plants and the humans, and which kind of relationships they have with each other, and how could I make it more comfortable for all of them. My name is Mariana Castillo Deball. I'm an artist originally from Mexico City, and I live between Berlin in Germany and Mexico City. The materials are used, sometimes they are documents or archives, but sometimes they are also elements that come from nature, or also oral histories. So they are both material and immaterial sources that I work with. Yeah, the work departs from this relationship between humans and other non-humans, specifically bees. I wanted to find a special community that was engaged with bees in Bruges or in Belgium, and I discovered that there's a lot of local associations that actually promote like having bees in the city, or they have their own beehives even around the center of the city. And then together with Bisou, which is a collective from here, from Bruges, we started to think how we could bring bees into a park in Bruges. And then we started to also find the location. So it's very much based on the local community and also on the local space. I also made a research into how humans kept bees throughout history. So there are different kinds of hives. For example, in Egypt or in the Mediterranean, they were made out of clay, or in Greece, they still make them out of clay or out of straw. Here in Belgium, in France and in Germany, they make more this kind of a straw corpse, and they isolate them with mud. And they're very interesting because sometimes they have like human features, or they are decorative. So everybody was making their own special beehive. And since the development of the standard beehives, which were invented in the 19th century, all these vernacular beehives disappeared because everybody is now using these boxes. I mean, there are different standards depending on the country, like the sizes of how bees are placed within these structures. But all this tradition of the vernacular forms was gone. So I kind of recovered all these forms. And then I transformed all that into ceramic pieces, which is what you see here in the work. So they pile up on top of each other and they create some kind of story. And in the center there is also this form that looks like a tree. So I wanted to also use this metaphor of a tree for bees. We also divided it, so there is a space for the bees, which is higher, and there is a space for humans to walk around, so they don't interfere with each other and they can cohabit happily. The structure also has a ladder that can come down, so the beekeepers go up and take care of the bees and feed them and give them what they need. I think the spaces of possibility is a good metaphor for how art engages in the public space and how it creates new ways of thinking about a certain relationship, in this case bees and humans, and how we have been doing like different mini architectures for them and try to harvest the honey or just have them next to us in the same environment. And it's also important as they are very essential pollinizers in nature, so we need to bring them back into the cities. So this opens a lot of possibilities about understanding the history and also making more visible that they are essential for our ecosystem and for our life.